I'm pretty sure I don't need to tell you that the numbered door is a one-way deal, so you're saying there's no point to be going back there, huh? And they're nodding. Awesome. It's pretty funny. It's a chemical closet. Go in the chemical closet. Oh, awesome! It's unlocked! Key worked. What did you miss? I don't think you really know him, but Snake is missing, so we're looking for Snake as well as trying to get a way out of here. Blue liquid. Red liquid. There's a note on top of the table. Iron equals 1, salt equals 2, water equals 3, carbon dioxide equals question mark, ammonia equals question mark, ethanol equals question mark. What do you think this is a hint for? Maybe it's got something to do with this box? This box is locked. Looks like you have to enter a passcode on the keypad to open it. I can only enter 3 numbers. Once you input the number, press E. Yeah, okay. Let's give it a shot. Well, no, let's not give it a shot because, Oh yes, thank you, Leza. We left Ace behind as well. Just for now. Apparently. That's what they said anyway. Iron is 1, salt is 2, water is 3. So carbon dioxide, ammonia, and ethanol. Well, look at the first line. Maybe question mark represents a number. Yeah, thanks, Snake.
Junpei, there's a bottle of iron powder on the shelf.
How do you know it's iron?
The label says Fe. Fe stands for iron, right?
Oh my god. Oh my god, the periodic table of elements that I do not know.
Hey, Junpei, you think there are any slugs on the ship?
Huh?
Well, if there are, I was thinking we could put salt on them.
What's she pointing at? The label states NaCl. Or NaC, I'm not sure. Salt, huh?
Do you think Seven will shrivel up if we put it on him?
Hey, you say something? It's a bottle of salt. The label says NaCl. 43. Yeah, it's just gonna be the answer every time. No, the answer's not as easy as 999.
Something stinks.
Is it coming from this bottle? It says NH3. Well, that of course stinks. It's ammonia. It's a bottle of ammonia on the shelf. It says NH3 on the label. So, NH3, but the bottle of salt didn't have a... Na is sodium and Cl is chloride.
So salt is made up of 1 sodium atom and 1 chloride atom.
Okay. NH3. N is nitrogen and H is hydrogen.
So in other words, ammonia is made of 1 nitrogen atom and 3 hydrogen atoms.
Okay. Hey, Junpei! There's a dihydrogen monoxide on the shelf. Why don't you just say water? There's a bottle of water on the shelf. The label says H2O, of course. H2O. H must mean hot, and O probably stands for orphans. So H2O must be made of 2 hot orphans.
7. Is your head okay?
What's this? Looks like a can with a spray nozzle. It says CO2, so it's a can filled with carbon dioxide. Okay, what was the clue again? No, I was trying to see the clue. So, 1, 2, 3. Carbon dioxide was what? Ammonia was what? Ethanol was what? Carbon dioxide, ammonia, and ethanol. So we don't even need salt. Why did I even look for that? No, I don't want that either. Nope, that's the same thing. Salt. Oh, good stuff! Let's go for a drink. What are you talking about? I'm talking about that bottle. It says C2H5OH, right? It's ethanol. That's right. It's also known as ethyl alcohol. It's pretty much what booze is made of. So, you're gonna drink it? Nah, I won't. It might say that's what is on the label, but there could be anything in there. Oh god, maybe I should make some notes. I don't really know... No, I didn't click that. I don't really know what to do. Memo. Let's start a new memo. Hot, nasty breath. The label says, so ethanol, I don't know how well this will serve me, but is C2H5OH? Or 50, but 50H, I don't know. What was the other one we needed? Ammonia. Oh no, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm gonna try. Amobia. I can spell. Ammonia is composed of 1 nitrogen, 3 hydrogen, 1 nitrogen, 1 nitro, 3 hydro. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. So, C is carbon, so 2 carbon. 5 hydrogen. And then, what was the last one? 2 carbon, 6 hydrogen. 6 hydrogen? What? Where did 6 come from? Where did 6 come from? I thought it was 5. I looked at the wrong one. 6 H's. Okay, cool. 6 and 1. Oh, 1 oxygen, I guess, or 1 whatever. What's the other one I needed? Ethanol, ammonia, and I'm clicking the wrong screen again. And water. I think water is made up of 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. So 2 hydro, 1 oxo. I don't really know what I'm trying to calculate here. Am I looking for... Oh, thank you. I also, Belle, I have a walkthrough up as well, just in case. But I'm trying to see if I can figure this out. This room makes you miss the final dead room. No! Damn that final dead room. I don't know. Should I be calculating the digital root of these things? Like 2 plus 6 plus 1's digital root is 9. So that would be 9. I have no idea. And no, but it doesn't work for everything. And then 4 for the second one. And then 3? 9, 4, 3? Let's try it. Let's see. I don't know if that'll work, but I don't know. Unless we have to add them all together and then do a digital root. 9, 4, 3. Did that work? I can't tell. I don't think it did because it's not doing anything. Okay, let's clear that. I hate when digital root comes in because then I'm like, I don't know when to use it or not. Do I just add them all together? Two plus 6 plus 1 plus 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3. It's too many numbers. Did I? I got them right? Oh, wait, what's the note? Wait. So I had it right. So what was it? 9, 4, and 3. Okay, so 9, 4, and 3, but let me see the order in... It's carbon first. Oh, shit, which one's Wait, no, I got the wrong thing. I was looking at... Why did I put water? Water's already there. I don't need water. I need... Oh my god, I'm calculating the wrong thing. I need, carbon dioxide. Oh my god. Oh my god. So what's carbon dioxide's? The label says CO2. So 1 carbon, 2 oxygen. I can't believe I'm doing the science right now. 1 carbon, 2 oxygen. So it is still 3. Okay, so the number's still 3. No, wait, I'm not ready. Hold on. Wait! I said word. I'm gonna do this on my own game, okay? Carbon dioxide. So it's 349. It should be 349. Where the hell did water even come in? Screw you, water. But I also love you, water, but screw you. So 349. Yay! I did it! I'm so happy! let's discard this memo for now. We got a fake heart.
A heart? This thing is super creepy.
This ain't good for the heart. Okay. And an arm.
It's the right arm of the body. It's kind of creepy.
Okay. I think we're all done in this room.
You think we should go back?
Yeah, I think that's probably best. Clover nodded and left. Junpei was about to follow her when he realized that Seven wasn't following suit. I said follow. What's that about? Hey, Seven, what's up? Oh, well... He looked up at Junpei distractedly and then back down at the brown bottle he held cupped in his large hands. What's that? In response, Seven tossed the bottle gently to Junpei. He caught it and twisted it around to read the label. Ethylene diamine tartrate. Wow. Ethylene diamine tartrate? EDT. It's tartaric ethylene diamine. What kind of medicine is that? It's not medicine. I think it's an industrial strength detergent. Why would they have something like that here? Well, probably to clean stuff up. Clean what up? Fuck if I know. Still, it looks like it's cleaned my brain up. Junpei looked up from the bottle. You remember something? Seven nodded slowly and spoke. Well, I remember a story about EDT. It happened about 50 years ago. Oh, it's history time with Seven. There was this factory somewhere in America making big old EDT crystals. They were making it to sell as industrial strength cleaner, like I told you before. But a year after the factory started up, I guess he's still telling it, so something strange started happening with the crystals they were building. Water molecules started attaching themselves to the EDT crystals. This made them into a sort of mutation of the original crystal. Once the crystal turned into a hydrate, though, it's useless as a cleaner. The factory had to just dump the crystals. As a hydrate, they were useless. But it didn't end there. After that day, the same thing started happening in EDT factories everywhere, even ones nowhere near that first American factory.
That's strange. It sounds a lot like the glycerin story.
They'd been making crystals the same way, with the same materials and the same equipment and environment, but now, all of a sudden, every single crystal they formed turned into a hydrate. In fact, ever since that day, no factory anywhere has been able to make a pure EDT crystal. Even in EDT research done years before, they'd never gotten a hydrate. But after it happened at the first factory, it just spread. It was like, man, how do you say it? Like the molecules were communicating with one another? Transmitting information in a way humans couldn't perceive? This phenomena spread throughout the world, right? Junpei looked up at Seven with half a smirk. Seven stared at him, dumbfounded. Yeah, that's it exactly. But how'd you know? I heard another story kinda like that one. When? In the freezer. What? The freezer? Junpei told Seven the story he'd heard from June in the freezer in the kitchen. How one day glycerin began to crystallize, and the story of ice that wouldn't melt at room temperature. When Junpei was done, Seven looked thoughtful and absent-mindedly rabbed. Jesus Christ, you guys are gonna let me live that down. No!
and absentmindedly rubbed the scar on his chin. Here it comes. Watch, the chat's gonna flood with
ice that doesn't melt at room temperature, huh? That sound familiar? Yeah, hold up. I feel like I can remember something. It's right there.
Seven squinted. His eyes stared off into space as if he were trying desperately to focus on something far away. Do you know something about it, or know about Ice 9? What do you think? Add rab to the Japanese. It's in the Japanese dictionary. Wrapped. Why did I say wrapped? I just don't understand where that came from. Why was that a thing? Why did that happen? Why? Oh man. Ice 9 for one vote. Anybody else? Oh, look, I've got 10 minutes and I've got to eat. And then I come back to Zestiria. Bal says something. Laza says Ice 9. Anybody else? Neil? Anybody? Anybody? Remix says Ice 9. That's 2 for Ice 9. Well, Remix technically said it first. Neo says Ice 9. Ding ding ding, winner. I think Ice 9 wins for now.
Do you know about Ice 9? Ice 9? Ice 9. Ice 9.
Thanks, by the way, guys. Okay, Remix.
Ice, ice, ice. I'm surprised he didn't go ice, ice, baby, or something. Suddenly, Seven's eyes shot open. That's it! I remember now! That woman! She's on this boat! That woman? Alice! Who's Alice? Come on, the woman who won't melt at room temperature.
It became clear to Seven that Junpei had no idea what he was talking about. He ran his hand across his face and took a deep breath.
You know how the Titanic sank on April 15th, 1912, right? Yeah. More than 1,500 people died. Worst maritime accident in history. What about it? Did you hear about the boat that was sent to collect the dead bodies? I think that was the RMS Carpathia, right? It was a cruise liner, just like the Titanic. No. That was the ship that picked up the survivors. The ship that collected the dead bodies was the CS Mackay Bennett. The Mackay Bennett showed up on April 17, 2 days after the accident. It set out from Halifax, a port in Canada. Woo! And recovered 306 bodies. Such a weird place to cheer. I was just like, yay, Canada! The Atlantic that far north doesn't even really matter, honestly. I don't know why I'm cheering. The Atlantic that far north was really cold. It would have to be for there to be icebergs and stuff. Anyway, the bodies they pulled out of the water were frozen solid. This isn't a very nice... oops, it's Junpei. Oh! This isn't a very nice story. So, what happened next? Well, they say the Mackay Bennett recovered something more than just dead bodies. There were various bits of stuff floating around in the water. Things the drowned had carried with them, or stuff dislodged as the ship sank. One of the seven... Honestly, one of the things they found was a coffin. God damn it, Seven. A coffin? Yeah, a wooden one.
cheer when Canada is said. Not always, just in that moment for some reason. The craftsman who'd made it must have been pretty skilled. It wasn't just a wooden coffin, it was all wood. There were no nails or reinforcements, and there were no gaps in the wood anywhere. It was airtight. The crew got pretty curious about what might be inside and opened it up. They had to get a wedge and hammer it open. It was so well made. I put a pause in there. Shouldn't have been a pause. Inside. Whoa. They found a woman. Or I guess you should say they found the dead body of a woman. Her hair was thick and black and her skin was deep brown and didn't show any signs of age or decomposition. They say that she looked gorgeous, like a goddess. The irony. I was gonna say the irony, but I figured I'd leave you alone. She was obviously dead, but everyone who looked at her said she just looked like she was sleeping. Her skin was so lifelike she looked like she might wake up any minute. She didn't, though. Like the rest of the bodies they found, she was frozen solid. Eventually, the Mackay Bennett finished the search and returned to Halifax. 306 bodies were unloaded and taken ashore. However, it was warm enough that they began to melt. They say that the stink was horrible. But there was one body that didn't thaw. The girl in the coffin. That's right. Everybody thought for sure that she'd God damn it, it's still 7. Everybody thought for sure that she'd melt and start to rot like the rest of them eventually. But weeks passed and nothing happened. Then a mouth. FML, FML. I was distracted by Seven's large mouth. Then a month had passed and another, and it was summer, and she was still frozen solid. Rab your mouth. After a while, people started to say she was some sort of miracle. Rumors about the girl, I'm getting tired reading in Seven's voice. Rumors about the girl started to spread, and people came to Halifax from all over. After a while, people started to call her All Ice, Alice. Of course, those rumors didn't last long. Why? Well, she up and disappeared. One day, Alice was there, the next she wasn't. They say someone snuck into where they were keeping her and stole the body. It sounds like I'm laughing at the story, and that's not my intention, Seven. I'm sorry. With the body gone, the rumors... It's not funny to kidnap someone. With the body gone, the rumors followed pretty quickly. And after a while, no one remembered her. You might be able to find something about her if you could find a newspaper from back then, but that's about it. Wait, you just said that she was on this boat. Yeah, I did. Alice has got to be somewhere on this ship. Now, why the hell would you say something like that? 'Cause I know. And just what is it that you know? What happened to Alice after she was stolen? Junpei gulped. Alright, tell me. What happened to Alice? I wonder what Clover's thinking right now. Seven nodded slowly and took on the look of a man recalling something long buried. Well, around that time, the word was that there was a thriving black market in New York. I mean, I'm sure there still is, but this was special. All millionaires from all over the world. I've heard that Alice went up for auction there. The person who won the auction was Lord Dashiell Gordain. You've heard that name before, right? Sir Gordain. Isn't he the guy who bought the Gigantic, the Titanic's sister ship? Yep, that's him. Although I guess he hadn't done that yet. What do you mean? Gordain bought Alice in 1912. Then 4 years later in 1916 he bought the Gigantic. And he hid Alice somewhere on the Gigantic. But nobody knows where. He died in 1931, and apparently he died without ever telling anyone where Alice was hidden. However, what? Well, he did have one close friend who asked him, "Where is Alice?" And he said, "Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge beneath the navel of the Gigantic." What the hell is that? Some kind of riddle? Your guess is as good as mine. Seven threw his hands up in defeat. So that's it. Whatever you think, I believe it. She's hidden somewhere on the Gigantic. In other words, she's hidden somewhere on this ship. Before Junpei could dispute Seven's rather bizarre claim, they heard Clover's voice from the door. She did not sound pleased. Hey! What are you two doing over there? Stop wasting time and get over here. Okay, we're coming. Ah! Seven looked at Junpei. Yeah, so anyway, that's the story. It might be useful someday. Don't forget it. With that cryptic remark, he turned and left the room. Junpei was left behind to ponder what he'd just heard. He tried to remember what June had told him earlier.
That mummy wasn't just a normal mummy. They say that she was frozen. The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way through to when it got put on the Titanic, and even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted.
Was that Egyptian priestess Alice, I almost said princess, had the water in her body become Ice 9? No, that's nuts. There's no way somebody like that could exist. Junpei shook his head, trying desperately to clear it, and followed Seven to the operating room where Clover was waiting. I think we should go this way. Actually, I pretty much got to save right now.
It says preparation room.
Cool, it's unlocked. So that key unlocks 2 doors. Let's see if... Huh, piece of paper. What's this? This is some kind of medical record? Okay. Oh. No, stop clicking on it! Shoot, everything is... What? What? What did I just get? Because if that was a file... Ah, here. What? A medical record found in the preparation room. It has records for the 2 mannequins. There is a male mannequin named John and a female named Lucy. The record shows each mannequin's total weight and the weight of their individual parts. It's 53.2 for Lucy and 51.3 for John. Okay. Thanks. Yeah, I was looking for the note, sorry. A sink. The doctors and nurses probably wash their hands here before an operation. Nothing suspicious here. What are these?
It won't open. It looks like it's locked. There's a red plate on it. Do you think that means something?
Damn, it's not opening. Locked, of course. The blue plate on here seems a little suspicious, though. Damn, it's not opening. You think they'd learn. You'd think they'd learn. It won't even budge. It's got this purple plate on it, too. Okay. It's locked. It won't even budge.
Do you think this is the exit?
Might be. There's a symbol engraved over the keyhole.
Hey, this is a Jupiter symbol.
Also, it's a 4. Hey, wasn't this Jupiter symbol engraved by the keyhole in the other door? Other door?
The door at the end of the hallway with all those rooms.
You think maybe this door and that door use the same key?
Maybe.
I know, they had each of them tried a door. What's this? There are 4 different lights, each one a different color. White, red, blue, and purple. Does this thing react to something and then the light lights up? The lights light up?
I found a beaker.
Thanks, Clover. White. Red, blue, purple. I've got a red liquid. Ayo!
Hey, it turned red!
Forget about that. Didn't you hear that just now? Can I take it out? Beaker with red liquid. It makes the light that passes through it red. So doesn't that mean... Let's put in the blue liquid next. I'll put the red liquid back in the bottle. Okay, good. It's like, wait, don't mix them yet. We don't want purple yet. Hey, the blue light turned on.
And I heard a noise. It sounded like something unlocking.
I think that's unlocking those doors, so let's put red back in to make purple. I get it. You combine the red liquid and the blue liquid to make a purple one.
The purple light turned on. Right when I did, I heard... Right when I did?
I think it meant right when it did, but
Right when it did, I heard a noise. What do you think it was?
that I almost said that sweet noise. What the shit? That noise came from somewhere close by. Something in this room must have changed. Alright, let's go take a look.
It's the lockers.
That's why they were locked.
See? Ta-da!
The right foot of the medical mannequin. I guess it's a woman's foot, but damn, doesn't look hot at all.
Have you got a thing for feet, Seven?
No, that's crazy.
You're sure acting kind of shady. This is the left foot of the mannequin. Do you think I'm better?
What?
Do you think my legs are skinnier?
Clover! We don't have time for this. A fake stomach that looks like a nose. It looks like a nose, doesn't it? Of like this ankle or something.
This is a really big nose. Thank you, Clover!
That's no nose. It's a stomach.
Oh, a stomach. I think we've got all the parts now.
Or we should at this point, I don't know. Lucy! Lucy, you got some splaining to do. Here, have some body parts. Okay, so we've collected the 6 parts of the medical mannequin. So the ones we've got must be for Lucy, right?
Yeah.
Seems like it. Well, I say we give Lucy her parts back. Any objections?
Nope.
Agreed. Alright, let's get started. I know, she wanted it to be a giant nose. People keep using form instead of from. Really? Have they been? Combine! Junpei, why did you just yell combine? Why? Oh my god.
Hey, nothing happened.
That's odd. Maybe it's the wrong weight?
Wait.
Yeah, well, you know how there's a scale on the side of the bed? Maybe we need to get the scale to a specific number. How are we gonna do that? I think we're supposed to swap her body parts with John's.
Oh.
Let's give it a shot. Right, so I think hers was like 53 and his was 51, something like that. Okay. Oh. She's at 52, he's at 52.5. She's at 53. I think this is the only one left.
Ah!
Hey, Junpei, I just heard something. It came from John's operating table. We better check it out.
Sweet.
Jan, what you got, Jan? Huh? The lid on the scale. Hey, it opened! Oh, I get it! It must have opened because we matched John's weight to what's on the chart. Derp.
Oh, it's a Jupiter key.
Hey! The symbol engraved in that key. Isn't it the Jupiter symbol? Then that means...
We can get out of here. Yeah, that was a pretty easy puzzle, huh? Just swap all their body parts. So we gotta go this way. Let's get out of here, because then I gotta go eat. Oh my god, I'm 7 minutes late. Key.
Hey, hold on. Junpei stopped, about to put the key into the doorknob. What's up? Where's Clover? Huh?
Junpei turned around. Clover was nowhere to be seen.
God damn it, where the hell did she go? Ugh, okay, just hold on a minute. I'll go get her. Sure thing.
Junpei left Seven at the door and headed back to the operating room. He found her, standing next to the operating table. She was staring at the mannequin.
Hey, Clover, what's wrong? Come on, let's get out of here.
She didn't respond. If she hadn't been standing up and breathing, Junpei might have thought she was dead.
What are you doing? Did you want to come back here and say goodbye to John?
It wasn't the best joke, but it was something, an attempt to lighten the mood. Clover didn't laugh. She stood stock still and said nothing.
Hey, Clover, can you hear me?
Perhaps it was something he'd said, or perhaps it was something else. Suddenly, her mouth opened, and she whispered in a dry, dead voice. My brother might be dead.
Huh?
That's why we couldn't find him. If he's dead, I'm going to be next.
Suddenly, the operating room felt very, very cold. What are you talking about? What's wrong with you? He gave her a small shake, but she still didn't respond. The silence grew heavier. Junpei, what do you want to do? Tell Clover they need to leave, or give her the 4-leaf clover? What are we gonna tell Clover? That we need to leave? Or give her the 4-leaf clover? Remix. So what we're gonna do is once we get out of this room, I'm gonna save that and then leave whatever happens for next time. I guess they mean the give Clover a clover. Well, we have that bookmark that Santa gave us. Maybe that's what they mean by 4-leaf clover, because that bookmark had a 4-leaf clover on it. I'm probably gonna go offline to eat and then come back with Zestiria. Give her? Give her, give her, give her? It's weird that they're calling it a 4-leaf clover and not a bookmark of a 4-leaf clover, but I guess they didn't want to be that specific. Everyone seems to say give it to her. Okay. Give her the 4-leaf clover. Oh yeah. He didn't know why, but suddenly Junpei remembered something he'd been given earlier. He reached into his pocket and dug it out. A 4-leaf clover. Santa had given it to him in the second-class room. He held it out to Clover. Did you know that each leaf on the 4-leaf clover means something? Hope, faith, love, and luck. Take it. Use it as a good luck charm. He pressed the 4-leaf clover into her hand. Listen to me, Clover. No matter what happens, you can never lose hope. What is this, Danganronpa? You have to remember what's most important, and that's to have faith and to have love. If you can remember all of those, that'll bring you good luck. Snake, I mean, your brother. He's not dead. He's alive somewhere, I'm sure of it. You've just gotta believe in that. Clover stared at the 4-leaf clover in her hand. He could see tears start to form at the corner of her eyes.
Thank you.
Her voice was tiny and broken, and as she spoke, she started to cry. She tried to hide her tears by looking at the floor, but it did little good.
Okay, Biss. Have a good night.
She wiped away tears with the baggy arms of her jacket, but more quickly took their place. No matter how she tried, she couldn't stop crying. Her tears made small wet circles on the floor.
Thank you.
She said it again. Then she looked up at Junpei and seemed to choke down the last of her grief. She did her best to smile. Junpei wiped an errant tear from her cheek with his thumb. Aww, and gave her the best smile he could manage. Good guy, Junpei. Now, come on. Seven's waiting for us at the exit. But still, she didn't move.
Wait. Before we go, there's one thing I want to ask you.
What's that?
What do you think when you hear the word experiment?
For a moment, his mind froze. Then he came back to his senses and realized the word meant nothing to him. Aside from the dictionary definition. What?
Oh. Huh. I guess it was just a coincidence then. I mean, that you knew about the 4-leaf clover.
Look, I'm sorry, I don't want to be a jerk, but you're making less sense than no sense right now.
Oh, no, it's nothing, just forget about it.
Oh, don't give me that. You really think I could just drop this? What is this experiment you were talking about? Clover looked away. The 4-leaf clover was still in her hand. Oh no, are we in for another lesson?
I want to go eat.
She stared at it for a long moment and then finally spoke.
You promise you won't tell anyone?
Cross my heart.
Really?
Really.
I can trust you, right?
Of course you can. Clover slipped the 4-leaf clover into her pocket. Her eyes still red from crying, she looked up at Junpei.
Okay then, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what happened on this ship 9 years ago. History lesson! Oh no! But I want to eat!
Wait!
How long am I gonna stream this for? I've been streaming it for the past couple of hours, so not very long.
On this ship?
Yeah, this ship.
He was entirely lost. He had 1,000 questions, but it was probably best, he thought, to save them until Clover had finished.
It was an experiment to test some sort of psychic thing. Something about communicating through these fields that you can't see.
Fields that you can't see. He'd heard something like this before. Clover nodded.
Like, think about this.
She pointed at the operating table. On top of it was a somewhat mismatched medical mannequin whose parts had been swapped with another mannequin.
This is John, right? But is he really John?
All Junpei could think was, she has finally completely lost it.
Isn't this like Locke's socks? Or the ship of Theseus?
Junpei grew even more confused. He'd never heard of either of those things, although they sounded smart.
You don't know? You haven't heard of those paradoxes?
Junpei shook his head. Clover laughed.
Okay, well, pay attention then. This is how Locke's socks work. Let's say I've got a pair of socks. They're my favorite socks. One of them gets a hole in it. What would you do if that was your sock, Junpei? Would you patch it up, or would you throw it away?
The quicker you answer, the quicker I can go eat and come back and play Zestiria.
What? So one says patch.
Throw it away. Throw it away. So that's 2 votes for throw it away, so I guess we'll say throw it away. Well, I'd pitch it, I guess.
But it's your favorite pair of socks.
Come on, who loves their socks that much?
It doesn't matter. Just suppose you do love them that much.
Well, I guess then I'd patch it. There you go. I guess your answer didn't matter.
But what if another hole opens?
I'd add another patch, I suppose.
What if another hole opened after that?
Another patch, I guess?
Well, let's say you just keep adding new patches, until eventually the original cloth of the sock is totally gone.
Whoa. It's an ugly sock.
Once you get to that point, can you really say they're the same socks you started with?
That's tough. Junpei crossed his arms. So that's the locked socks thing?
Yeah. The ship of Theseus is a lot like it. The ship of Theseus, if you keep fixing the damaged parts of a ship, eventually it ends up with none of the parts it started with. Can you really say that ship is the ship of Theseus that you started with? And what if you took all the old parts from the first ship and build another one somewhere else? Then which ship is the real ship of Theseus? The one you repaired, or the one you built with all the original parts?
It was an interesting question. Clover could see Junpei was intrigued.
Hey, do you think it's the same?
What's the same?
These guys. Is this John? Or is it Lucy now?
Junpei looked at the operating table again. A mannequin full of body parts from a different body. Clover had been right. It was just like Locke's socks in the ship of Theseus. The part of the body that holds a person's identity is the head. Of course, for many hundreds of years, conventional wisdom has held that a man's identity resided in his heart, or any of a number of internal organs. John's head and heart were both his, but apart from that and a single arm, the rest of his body had once been Lucy's. Was that mannequin really John?
We're just like these mannequins.
She looked at Junpei again.
It's Theseus? Thank you.
So we say throw it away, but Clover's like, no, it's your favorite. So we go patch it up. Then she tells us, oh, it's basically not going to be the same sock anymore.
Think about it. The cells in our body change every day. Old ones die and new ones are born.
Wait, you're not even sure? You're saying Theseus and you're not even sure?
Maybe part of my arm is made of stuff from a fish I ate once.
What the shit, Clover?
Or maybe part of your right side is made from a cow you ate. If you take it a little further, those cows and fishes are made from something else too, right? That's how we're all connected. Through fields that can't be seen with the naked eye.
The silence was broken by Seven.
Hey! What the hell's taking you two so long?
Seven's head appeared in the doorway. He was not happy.
How long are you gonna make me wait? We don't have time to screw around.
Junpei and Clover looked at each other. Clover looked at Junpei as if to say there was more she wanted to tell him. She shook her head. Whatever she had to tell him, she didn't want to tell him in front of Seven. Why are we talking about the sock? What's it got to do with the ship? Well, I guess she was mentioning, she used the same theory with the ship too. So with the sock, she said if you keep patching it, is it the same sock? And then for the ship, she said if you changed all the parts, is it still the same ship? So I guess she just used two different examples to explain the same theory. Seven seemed to catch on.
Oh, what were you two doing? Was this some sort of secret meeting?
No, it wasn't. We were just playing with the mannequins.
Huh?
Let's go, Junpei.
Moving a little bit too fast to be entirely innocent, Clover headed toward the exit. Seven stared after her, then turned to Junpei with an amused expression.
Playing with mannequins, huh? Didn't know you were into that kind of thing, Junpei. You're a dick.
What a way to end a conversation! Junpei dashed past him and traced Clover's path out the door. With a short laugh, Seven followed. They stood, looking at the door. Junpei took out the Jupiter key.
Alright, I'm gonna open it now. Is that cool? You don't need to keep asking. Just do it, alright?
Fine then. He slid the key into the keyhole and turned it. He felt it unlock. You're a dick. The door opened with a soft, melancholy creak. Beyond it lay a simple, white hallway. There was no fanfare or confetti. Obviously, there was no one there to applaud them. Just hold on, Junpei. If you wait a couple of seconds, you'll get a little flash thing that says, "You did it!" And that's your congratulations, and you should be happy about it. 10 out of 10 would hear again. Yay, I did it justice then.
You're a dick.
I love them too, and the great thing is you kind of forget that they're all mostly young adults, so then when they start speaking like that again, you're like, oh yeah,
you're a dick.
It's totally how young adults talk. They simply walked through the door, that was it.
Alright, let's get going. Hey man, what's up with you? You're so serious, you know? Can't you sound more happy? You know, get a little more excited?
Not really. Junpei turned away from Seven and took his first step down the simple white hallway. As soon as I see that you found it, I'm gonna save.
My brother might be dead. I'm going to be next.
Clover had told him only a few minutes before that her brother was probably dead, and she was likely to follow him. Yeah, I think most of them are adults or young adults, like in college, but I think Clover is, I don't know, still a teen. Still a high schooler, maybe. Imagine they open the door and then they just see Nagito in his creepy psycho face. Komaeda just there like, ah! I'm dead. Oh my god, that'd be so frightening but hilarious at the same time. Clover had told him only a few minutes before that her brother was probably dead and she was likely to follow him. How could he pretend to be happy after hearing something like that? You found it! Oh, apparently she's 18. Really? I pegged her for like 16. Okay, she's 18. So guess what? You don't even get to read that now because I'm going to save it and that's that. Ah, but it's getting so good! Hopefully you think it's getting good, I don't know.